Hi, Anna Carolina. Let's take a look at this essay you've sent us for correction. The topic is international marketing. Is it invasive or intrusive? So let's see what you wrote here, shall we? It has been argued that marketing from a foreign country can be considered as an invasion into the nation in question. Although others believe that it is crucial and educational since the international marketing can proliferate ideas, language, and culture, I strongly agree that it has more advantages than drawbacks. Okay, this was very nice. There was one error here that you should know about. It was this one with although. Although needs to be used in a sentence that has two clauses, two parts of the sentence. So a subject and a verb and a subject and a verb, okay? So although it was rainy, we went for a swim. Okay, so essentially two sentences that are combined together when there is some contrast here. Now, you didn't have that. You just left it all on its own. So it would have been a better idea to probably either stick it next to the prior sentence or somehow rearrange this sentence here. So why don't we try that? It has been argued that marketing from a foreign country can be considered as an invasion into the country in question, although others believe that it is crucial and educational, since the international marketing can proliferate ideas, language, and culture. Yeah, you see, that works fine. Is it long? Yes. Do I recommend this kind of sentence? Not really. These get kind of complicated and sometimes difficult to read. So, I would have probably split it into two sentences or just changed things around a little bit, but at least grammatically this way it's correct, okay? All right, let's move on. Firstly, let's get rid of the. Let's get rid of the here. It shouldn't be the international marketing, which you had here too. So let's just be international marketing. Let's try it. Firstly, international marketing can be a trigger for people to learn a new language and get interested in knowing more about other cultures. To give a clear example, when Brazilians see an advertisement from Apple, an international bank, or other foreign products, people realize that those products can be more technologically, ALLY, advanced and beneficial rather than the ones they are already familiar with. Due to globalization, many people around the globe are encouraged to have a similar behavior. Therefore, it is a consequence of the modern world where information is more accessible and people enjoy acquiring knowledge from foreign nations. Okay, I like a lot of this. I like a lot of this because you really, truly addressed the area of the topic that they asked you to address. And believe me, this is not so easy to do this one, and it's not something I find very often. So I'm actually really happy with that. If there was one area I would have changed, it might have been this section here. Due to globalization, many people around the globe are encouraged to have a similar behavior. I'm not really 100% clear on what that means. Are you trying to say that people do the same thing as the example of Brazilians that you used? Okay, that's kind of what I understood, but it just felt a little awkward to me. I think maybe you could have said, this of course is not isolated to the case of Brazil, but something echoed around the world. I mean, that would have been a nice way to say it too, right? Now, let's see, you talked about knowing other cultures and language. Okay, and you talked about ideas. So, yeah, I thought it was fine. That ending part, the latter part of the paragraph, had a little awkwardness, but on the whole, I thought it was good. Let's look at the rest of it. On the other hand, there are still places where this kind of advertising is not so welcome because it can reduce the interest for local products, trends, or ideas. For instance, the North Korean, with an N, government controls, you can't say every information because information is uncountable, and you can't say every information. You can say every piece of information. Okay, so let's try that. For instance, the North Korean government controls every piece of information which is spread in the country. They do not desire to be affected by foreign cultures or beliefs in order to preserve their own. Hence, there are countries that prefer having strict, not strictly, because it's in front of a noun, aiming to not interfere with their native customs. All right, this for me, Anna Carolina, feels underdeveloped. You've used this example of North Korea, and it's an interesting example, but I think there was more to say. So what are they afraid of? Now, you told us what happens when someone avoids international marketing, but why are countries who may have some exposure to it against it? What is so interfering? I mean, so that's kind of what I wanted you to talk about. The case where people are reluctant to have this when they have it, not, a country that has avoided it and, look how happy they are. So focusing really on the right perspective here is important. But, I mean, it was good. It just, like I said, it felt underdeveloped. And you can even tell that it's underdeveloped because look at this. You've got about 9 lines here in this paragraph. And this one is considerably shorter. All right, it's about 2/3 as much from the looks of it. So be careful with that. Now, you don't have to be obsessive about this, but it is important to kind of try to make your paragraphs equal in length. Again, not in an obsessive way. But you do want them to be more or less covering the same amount of ground here, more or less, okay? All right, so to sum up, even though some people discuss that international marketing is invasive, I agree that it is significantly important to increase people's awareness about foreign culture. The world has been changing and globalization is necessary to enhance the economy, whether people like it or not. All right, that's a nice strong ending paragraph. I actually really like that. I like that you end it like it or not. That was good. So no real issues here. It was a good length, good content for your conclusion. I thought you're off to a very good start. I thought this was a nice strong essay. There are a lot of really, really good elements to it. Just some little tweaks that I would like to see changed. So I think, Anna Carolina, I don't really know if you've said how much time you have before your exam, but I would recommend that you sign up for an essay correction package so that if you found this feedback helpful, you can continue to work with us and continue to get feedback, not just for task 2, but for task 1 as well. So, we can cover all the different types of tasks and help you prepare for your exam. See if that's something you can do. Of course, if you're looking for something more comprehensive, we've also got the online course, which really covers everything, absolutely every little detail. So that is a nice option as well if you're looking for something kind of more all-inclusive. Either way, I look forward to working with you, so I want to wish you lots of luck.